Welcome back to the Real Women of Coaching. My name is Dr. Amy Giddings, and in Season 2, we have the opportunity to go to Atlanta, Georgia for the Huddle Conference, sponsored by the Alliance of Women Coaches. At the conference, we had the chance to meet with 6 different coaches from all over the country, learning about their experiences in coaching. First up, let's meet Marcy Cornegate, head women's golf coach at the University of South Florida.
Golf is something that kind of came a little bit later on in my competitive career. I didn't start playing competitive golf until I was about 12 years old. And I'd always been involved in all the organized sports, the basketballs, the softballs, and had a great time with team sports. But you know, I didn't know what else to do. You know, once you got past the high school level, and let's be honest, most of these sports revolve around running, and this body frame, it doesn't run, and it doesn't run fast, and it can't compete at that level. It couldn't keep up with college athletics, and I'm very fortunate that I've got a family that's very supportive, and a very close family in a way that my dad and I went out on the golf course, and he really wanted to introduce the game to me through his friends, and I of course had friends whose parents played, and I grew up in a small town, so being a part of this small town, we all kind of played out there together at the Dublin Country Club. And that became my afternoons, it became my Sunday afternoons, it became bonding time both with my family, but also being able to use that as a motor vehicle through high school and to be able to compete at junior tournaments. But you know, like I said, I was very fortunate to have family that supported that. I have a little brother that, you know, he gave up a lot of his fun Friday nights after football games to go and travel with my parents to go watch me play golf tournaments. And, you know, there's maybe a little bit of guilt involved, but at the same time, it was something that we could do together. So that's what makes it so special, and having everybody's understanding. The neat thing about golf is that when you're playing junior golf tournaments, there's really a good transition time between your sophomore and junior year where you're either going to play as an amateur and have fun with it, or you're going to take it up to the next level and play at the collegiate level. And about that same time that I was starting to get into some bigger tournaments, our family made a move from small town Middle Georgia to Savannah, Georgia, and that gave me a little bit more exposure, gave us a little bit bigger an area of the state to play in, and that's where I started getting recruited at some bigger tournaments, and realized that, hey, I can actually do this, and I can take it to the next level. And fortunately, I was able to go out to the U.S. Junior Girls up in South Dakota, and was recruited by Ole Miss, and I took a recruiting visit and was completely sold on the recruiting trip and everything that college golf encompassed. Once I got to Ole Miss, I had a great coach. She was a real people person, and really let her players have a voice, and understanding what the concept behind what she did and what her involvement was as far as leading our program. And then also, I can remember my very first tournament. As a freshman, we were playing at Auburn's tournament, and all my family came up to watch, and I got to share that with them, and obviously that was a lot of fun. But I remember looking out on the first tee box and seeing all the other coaches from all the other teams. There were probably 15, 18 teams there. I remember looking out and just seeing how much fun that they were having. I mean, they were all laughing, and the camaraderie that went along with it. It looked like something that I'd really want to be a part of for a long time.
Once again, we thank you for joining us for this episode of The Real Women of Coaching, part of the Women's Coaching Network. Join us next time as we continue to speak with Marcy. She'll talk with us about what it's like moving from the assistant coaching position to a head coaching position.